The bad news is only bad if you haven't anticipated it. So ask your Professional Solutions Insurance Services agent about insurance that protects and service that matters. Professional Solutions Insurance Services. Good news for businesses of all types and sizes.
Jackie holding the fort down. It's time now to focus on business like we do each and every week, courtesy of Professional Solutions Insurance Services. And this morning we're going to be talking to Roy Connett from Connett Services. And first, Jackie made an astute observation. Oh, you must be high on the food chain since your name's in the title. Tell us a little bit about Connett Services.
My wife and I started the company about 15 years ago. We're family owned and operated. My son works for us, my nephew works for us, so we keep the quality of work up by having family members. They want to do a good job.
Keep it all in the family.
Keep it all in the family.
Now, where are you guys based out of?
Our shop's in Mitchellville. We work all over central Iowa. Des Moines, our main area in the suburbs.
And we were just trying to pinpoint where his location is. You said South Mitchellville, and so I said, well, you know, near how far from, you know, the Casey's or the downtown, way south. You're closer to 163.
Correct.
In Mitchellville. So if somebody wanted to get to your location, what would be the easiest way to go?
We usually go to everybody else's location. When they have a furnace and air conditioning problem, they really don't need to go to my shop.
Okay.
I was going to say, why would people be giving you a call?
Air conditioning right now. We're doing a lot of service checks for air conditioners, getting them ready for spring.
What's the one thing that people have a tendency to forget about this time of year when it comes to air conditioner maintenance?
Washing out the coil outside and changing the filter. Everybody thinks about changing the filter for their furnace, but they need to do it for the air conditioner also.
Are those two separate ones, or are they the same
filter? Same filter.
Oh.
And when it comes to cleaning the air conditioner itself, how do you recommend people clean that up? Do you recommend taking the cover off, or can you do it with the cover on?
Some of them do with the cover off, some you have to do with the cover off, and use a garden hose. Especially when the cottonwood starts flying, that'll get sucked up in there and it'll plug it up and ruin your air conditioner.
Yeah, you haven't had the honor.
I've not had the privilege of having to do such things, but is it something that you can do yourself, or it's better to call a professional to come and get everything
Washing
checked
out, you can do yourself. You still want to have it checked, have the Freon checked, make sure you're not leaking Freon, have the electrical connections checked and your capacitors. You want to have all that stuff checked by a professional.
Is that something that you would do every year?
Every year
before
in
we
the
kind of get
spring.
into the season where we're going to be running them pretty hard?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. And does that just make it last longer, or why is it important
makes
to
it
have
last longer? It makes
checked?
it more energy efficient.
Okay.
If everything's up to snuff, if your unit's dirty, it's going to use a lot more electricity, and it's not going to cool as well.
Now we're getting into the season where we're obviously going to be using, or we hope to be using, our air conditioners very soon. Should we be doing things with our furnace now that season's kind of going
Usually
away?
hold off till fall for that.
So we don't need to do anything to prep our...
No, just
You just let it stay on hold for a while.
Stay on hold.
Keep your money in your wallet for a while.
That's right, till fall.
Then you can call you for that.
That's right.
Okay, this is a good question. Okay, here's another question for you. You mentioned the air conditioner, and obviously the temperatures are going to start going up here in the next couple of months. Air coming out of your exchange. What temperature should the air be coming out of the exchange?
Should be 20 degrees colder than what's going into it.
20 degrees to what's going into it. So
it'll drop at 20 degrees.
So you need to take the temperature of the area that it's going into, and then coming out should be 20-degree difference, not 20 degrees from what the outside temperature is.
Right. 20 degrees from your return air temperature to your supply temperature. It'll drop at 20 degrees.
Got it. Okay. And if that's not the case, then what's most likely the cause for something like that?
It could be dirty, could be low on Freon. There's a lot of different things that can cause that.
Now, I enjoy you talking about being energy efficient. Everyone wants to be more of that these days because they don't want to be spending any money they don't have to. What are specific things people can do and look out for to make sure they're being as energy efficient as possible?
Main thing is if you have older equipment, it's probably not very energy efficient. Energy efficiency's just gone way up in the past few years. We sell the Daikin brand. They just came out with a 24.5 SEER air conditioner, which is...
What does that mean?
It's the SEER rating, the higher the number is the more energy efficient it is, where some of the older ones are 6 and 8 SEER. So you're going to save 50% or so on your utility bills.
Just by switching out the unit itself?
Correct.
And how much does one of these units set you back nowadays?
It varies depending on the size of the house. You're going to spend anywhere from $6,000 to $15,000 for a complete system.
And when somebody does something like this, they have to write one check out to you right away saying here's 10 grand roughly.
Or we have financing. We take credit cards.
So you can't finance it down the road?
Correct.
Okay, so it's not going to hit you in the gut too hard?
No. Then there's Mid-American has some great rebates right now.
And you guys are up to speed as to what those rebates are?
Yep, they're around $2,000 for the high-end system.
Oh, really?
And
That would help.
yeah, and it's just free money to the customer. We do what they call a save test to prove its efficiency. Then they get a check in the mail from Mid-American.
There you go.
Nice.
So if somebody has a unit that they're not quite sure if it's, you know, whether it's worth keeping or not, can you come out and do a check on their system and let them know
Sure.
what the differences are between the different units you have to offer? Or?
And we give free estimates.
Okay.
Then we run specials and service checks, $69.95 normally.
Okay. Is
For
that
service check.
for a tune-up too, or just a?
Yep, that's a tune-up, just to check it out, clean it up.
And then
make
at
sure
the same
everything's
time, it can be
working right.
evaluated as whether or not you could benefit by getting a new system.
Yeah, we always let somebody know if they have an old system, you know, if a new system will save them a lot of money on their utilities or make them more comfortable.
All right, so there you go. Connett Services, again, taking care of all your comfort needs.
Yeah, keeping it local and in the family, as you were saying. So I imagine you're getting into the busy time of year when it comes to air conditioners. How quickly is a turnaround if someone wants to give you a call today?
Right now, we're just a few days right now. Once
That's
we
not
get the
bad.
first 90-degree day, that's when everybody will start calling.
That's when they're
That's
calling.
when we'll get
What do you
stretched
mean
out
you
on
can't
time.
be here by 2? You know?
We get that a lot.
Do you?
Yes.
Okay.
So
All
maybe
right.
plan in advance, knowing that they're going to be starting to be used here, and if you want to get it checked out, now is the time to do it.
And now you can get a better buy right now. Everybody runs specials this time of the year, but as soon as it starts getting hot out, you have to quit running the specials.
Yeah.
Go back to normal
How do
pricing.
people get a hold of you in case they want to get checked up?
Our phone number is 967-0421.
For more information at
ConnettServices.com.
ConnettServices.com. I like it. That's easy enough.
Perfect. Wonderful. Nice to meet you, man.
Yeah, thank you.